Thank you, sir.
Kapil,
Yes, sir.
how are you?
Fine, sir.
All okay?
Yes, sir.
All good? Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
So, Kapil, we are starting with your name.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Uh, how, how and why the Kapil is well known in the world?
So there are two, three famous personalities. First is there was a sage named Kapil Muni. He propounded the Sankhya philosophy. That is one personality. Second, the Kapil Sharma, the famous laughter man. And third, our Indian captain Kapil Dev, which won the first Indian World Cup 1983.
So, how we can see you next? How we can pursue and see your future? Kapil, this Kapil who is sitting in front of us.
So you can see me in future a happy man with serving the nation or giving performing my duty with all my abilities, and also having a peaceful life with my family.
No, at the global level, national level, what will be your image?
So my image will be of a person who fulfills his commitment passionately and also work towards the society. This can be my image all over the world.
Okay. What are your weaknesses, Kapil? Because of which you might not have proved yourself till now.
Sir, my weakness is that sometimes I speak very fast. My speaking speed is sometimes is not understandable to the person who is opposing, who is listening to me. This is my one of the weakness.
Only one weakness you have.
Yes, sir. Currently, this is my.
Okay.
I am working on it, but sir.
You are from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Why the Rajasthan is in news recently?
So there was the news maybe about the Eastern Rajasthan Canal project, which is a contentious issue between center and Rajasthan government. This is the main issue about the center and Rajasthan. This is why it's huge.
Other than that,
So there was this might be about the confrontation between the leadership of about Congress between Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot. This can be of news.
you can't see the Udaipur news was in news also.
Yes, sir. That was also.
So what was that controversy?
So the controversy about that, some Muslim men, which were influenced by some Pakistani organization, they slit the throat of a tailor named Kanhaiya Kumar on some religious matter or some kind of defamation of their gods. That was news.
What kind of Pakistani groups were there?
So the exact name of the group I am not recalling right now, but the group was about which was influencing some which was creating some type of sleeper cells in Udaipur, which was creating some network through social media and brainwashing the minds of some vulnerable Muslim youth. That was the nature of the organization.
What is sleeper cell?
So sleeper cells can be termed to those people who not actively pursuing their agenda, but means they are living like a normal life among the people, among their family, but at a certain point of at crucial time when they get direction from their leaders, then they can have a very negative impact on our peace and peace of the society. So they have a task to follow at a certain point of time.
When the first time sleeper cell word has come in news?
Sir, I am not sure about this, but it might be around the 2008 Taj Hotel attack. That might be the incident.
Okay. Your hobby is study about new trends in Indian automobile industry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the recent trend in Indian automobile industry?
Sir, we can see three major trends recently. First is we are moving towards more safer vehicles. For example, government recently announced Bharat NCAP rating system, which will implement from April 2023. Second, sir, the trend is about we are moving towards more greener vehicle, which are less polluting to environment. For example, government has initiated policies of electric vehicle promotion. And third, sir, Indian customers are now more attracted towards the crossover vehicles. They are not buying sedans or hatchback, but mini SUVs they are preferring for. These are some three major trends which we are witnessing in Indian automobile.
You are from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me about Panchayati Raj system started from Rajasthan?
Yes, sir.
When it was started?
Sir, it was started from Nagaur district of Rajasthan in around 1950. Sir, exact year I am not remember.
And why Panchayati Raj given 50% reservation for women in Rajasthan specifically?
So the motive is to promote the women empowerment because sir, Rajasthan there is a image, certain kind of image that Rajasthan has women. The women in Rajasthan is not that much in better position. For example, the literacy ratio is also on a lower side of Rajasthan. So the providing of reservation might have a positive impact on the society, so that they promote the women to come forward. That's why this is the main reason providing reservation.
And what is good governance? And what are the pillars of good governance?
Sir, good governance means which fulfills what responsibility it has given without any kind of bottleneck, or which is free from corruption, which is accountable, and which is transparent to its people. There are other qualities also that the governance must be effective and efficient, so that it can well manage its resources. There is no wastage of resources. And sir, one major pillar of good governance is should be citizen centric. Means the citizen must also participate in it, because that promotes accountability and transparency. That is good governance.
And e-governance, how e-governance is related to good governance?
Sir, e-governance means using of electronic media, electronic technologies. For example, use of information technology and communication system in good governance. For example, we have launched your question of about how it can make good governance.
Yes, yes. Good governance and e-governance related to.
Sir, e-governance ensure transparency towards the in governance system. It reduces the red tapeism because we have clear defined path how the file will move. For example, if we take example of Rajasthan has launched a Jan Suchna portal, which is a part of both e-governance and good governance, because it gives people information about what the government is providing, what they can expect from the government. So that's how e-governance can promote good governance. So they are means good governance is the goal and e-governance is the mean to have a good governance.
And why we are considering media is a fourth pillar of democracy? What is the reason behind that?
So the reason is that media is a tool to aware the people, like what they can expect from the government, what are some drawbacks in the government, means where the government is failing. Media is called a mirror to the society because it clears the picture, means what the government is failing in which area, or and it also give information to the government like what the citizens are demanding from the government. So it creates a network between the government and the citizen. That's why it is considered as the fourth pillar.
And today, nowadays we can see media is playing as a democratic tool, and media is also considered a fourth pillar. Nowadays we can say.
Yes, sir, we can definitely say media is playing a role in fourth pillar. There might be certain cases which which have certain inclination towards certain ideology, but they can be discarded as some exception, not a general rule. So media is today as fourth pillar. There is no doubt in it.
And which one is considered as the first pillar of democracy?
So numbering wise,
Yeah, you can say numbering wise or
so judiciary can be considered as a first pillar. Second pillar is legislative branch, and third is executive branch.
and what is Human Rights Commission, National Human Rights Commission?
Sir, National Human Rights Commission is a statutory body which was formed in 1994 by an act of parliament. The basic mandate of its body is to promote that the human rights of individuals is not violated by any fellow citizens or by the government or by any other organization. The main mandate is to recommend the government about what it can do for citizen, or monitor the policies of the government, and also some kind of reform it can suggest to government how to increase the human rights, how we can sustain human rights of citizens, or how can we protect the human rights in this field. This work.
Here is a word that is sustainable development.
Yes, sir.
And what is the concept of sustainable development? And today is the era of crisis of energy, lots of things. How we can see and how we can manage and how we can think about sustainable development.
So sustainable development, the main theme about is that we reduce our consumption so that we save towards our future generation. Means our future generation's ability to consume is not compromised because of our restless consumption or exploitation. That is the main theme of sustainable development. And sir, in today's, though there are we can say that we are exploiting the natural sources, as the reports also, like Living Planet report says that we are consuming 1.7 times of Earth. But sir, we are moving towards in the good path of having a sustainable future, because recently India also announced the Panchamrit goals, which are focusing on this theme to have a sustainable future. So having a better planning and better strategy to having to reduce our pollution and to reduce our consumption, we can have this. We can be lead on this path.
And nowadays there is a issue, that is dollar and rupees. This is one of the biggest challenging tasks.
Yes, sir.
How to maintain dollar and rupees, because the price of dollar is very high in comparison to Indian rupees. How to overcome all these issues? Is there any mechanism? And why it is happening so?
Sir, it is happening because of some certain reasons. First is US Federal Bank has increased its policy rates, so that this reduces the supply of dollar, and that's why there is a gap in demand supply of dollar, and this is the first cause. Second, sir, due to the increased policy rate of Federal Bank, the foreign portfolio investor consider US market as an attractive option in comparison to India market. So they are pulling out the dollars from India market. So this is also creating a supply reduction in our India market of dollar. And third, sir, due to the increasing price of oil, there is an increasing demand of dollar, and that's high demand. It's increasing its price. These are the reason to increase the dollar, and to curb the dollar high rate. So for that, I have to clear my concept how to.
And what is Article 14?
Sir, Article 14 is about right to equality, which covers from Article 14 to Article 18. Means there is a range of rights provided in this concept of right to equality. It is a fundamental right.
Is there any exception in Article 14?
Yes, sir. Exceptions are there for certain individuals like president or governor. They have certain privileges in comparison to the ordinary citizens, and also member of parliaments have certain privileges in terms of in comparison to ordinary citizens. These are kind of exceptions.
Okay. You are IITian?
No, sir. I am NITian.
NITian. Okay. So what is the basic difference between an IITian and NITian? Tell me the 5 basic difference.
Sir, first is that they are governed by different acts. IITs have a different act and NIT has different act. Second, sir, in terms of the fund given by government, there is a difference. Third, sir, the exam through which the candidates are selected, there is a difference.
You are
IIT is
telling the
selected.
institutional difference. I am asking the students' difference.
Sir, difference is created by the merit or the ranking system. This is the main difference because IIT are preferred by the students because they have a good center of excellence. They have good branding also all over the world. This is the main reason which creates a difference between why student prefers IIT.
So you are not proud that you are in NIT.
No, sir, I am proud of my NIT.
Then why you haven't carried forward your career in mechanical engineering?
Sir, during my 4th year, I decided to pursue for civil services, and sir, by having a career in mechanical engineering, I would have to join a corporate sector. And sir, in corporate sector, my main task is to increase the profit of the company. I have to do all the work which is assigned by my company, whether it is in public interest or not. But sir, these kind of services like EPFO or civil services provides a platform which is not provided by the corporate sector to directly contribute in the society of India. That's why I choose the civil services path.
Okay. Who is the principal commissioner of your organization?
Central Product Commission.
Yes.
Sir, Miss Nilima Saha.
Nilima Saha. What is her qualification and how she got into that organization?
Sir, she is an IS officer. I only know this.
Okay. She is an IS officer, but you are entering through EPFO. So is there any possibility that you will go up to that level?
Yes, sir, the promotions are there. I can have up to CPFT level.
Up to what post you will be promoted? Just tell me the hierarchy from enforcement officer up to the top.
So first is enforcement officer, then it's assistant provident fund commissioner, then it's regional provident fund commissioner level 2, and then RPFC level 1, and then we have additional central provident fund commissioner, and we have central provident fund commissioner.
So you will go up to the central provident fund commissioner?
Sir, I wish I can go.
Anyone, those who has entered through EPFO, whether they got that post?
Sir, I am not aware of that. If they have.
Mostly it is dominated by the IS officer.
Okay.
And I think there is no positive career vision in that one. Okay, we are leaving this one. You have completed your MTech, BTech in 2018.
Yes, sir.
And now it is 2022.
Yes,
Will
sir.
you tell me in brief what you have done throughout these 4 to 5 years?
Sir, during the 4 years, I was completely dedicated towards civil services preparation.
And tell me the positive things, not the that you attempted for something and you haven't cleared that one. Positive achievements.
Sir, one of the best achievement is that this preparation has given me the knowledge which I could not have gathered in any other field. The knowledge of Indian polity, Indian economy, about geography in world.
Other than this,
Sir, I got certain friends of my seniors which got into service, so I have their mentorship. So how to
because
live.
of this reason you have left the mechanical engineering, that you will get the job in 5 grade the friend and you will enhance your knowledge and skill.
No, sir, I was expecting that I will clear the civil services. That's why I left the mechanical engineering.
So there is no news at all, we can say briefly.
What's that though?
There is no news, positive news from this 5 year.
Sir, I look them as a positive news for me.
Okay. We are going live. Okay. Playing carom board is your hobby.
Yes, sir.
What is the size of the carom board?
So the size of the playing area is 74 centimeter by 74 centimeter.
Okay. So why you want carry forward your career in carom board? Is there any national player in carom board?
Yes, sir. There are very national players.
Can you tell me the name?
Sir, in men's category there is Mr. Prashant More, who has won also 2018 Carom Board World Championship. Then there are Mr. In women category there is Miss S. Apurva. She is also a women championship of the world. And there is Mr. Abdul Rahman. He is the first ranker in national category.
Okay. Have you heard about the central sector schemes and centrally sponsored schemes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Will you tell me the example of certain central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme?
Sir, Manrega is a central sponsored scheme.
What is the basic difference between both of these?
Sir, in central sponsored scheme, the fund is divided between the center and the state, while the executive machinery is mainly the state. While in the central sector scheme, the executive authority is mainly monitored by the central ministry. This is the main difference.
Okay. Tell me any central sector scheme.
Sir, I have to read more about this. I am currently not able to recall what this.
No issue. Tell me certain schemes which are basically targeting to the farmers.
Sir, there are various schemes. One is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Second is PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. One is PM Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Yojana, PM Asha. And PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana, there is also a farmer scheme.
Will you tell me about Manrega? What is it?
So the basic aim of Manrega is to provide the employment to the unemployed youth in rural areas. In this, a guaranteed 100-day work, which has now increased to 125 days work during Corona period, is provided. And sir, in this, the fund are divided between the center and state in 75 to 25 ratio in northern state. Sir, I am not correct about the ratio. Sir, the work must be provided within a certain range of the place of residence of the worker. This is the one provision. And the category of work is mainly which kind of work which are mainly useful for the village areas. For example, construction of irrigation ponds or construction of some rural road in the village area. This is the kind of work.
Kapil, will you tell me the difference from the village road to the village to district road, district to state roads and national highways, and up to the top to bottom? How we can categorize the roads? Because we have targeted schemes for that also. Please.
So there are national highways. Then
Is there any above also concept other than the national highway? Expressway.
yes, sir.
border
There are
population?
border road. There are coastal
Yes,
highways. And there are expressways. There are flyovers, and national highway. Then state highway. Then
What is the difference between national highway and state highway?
sir, this national highways connect the main transport corridors between the states, or they can also connect some economic corridors.
Other than that,
Interesting.
there are technical differences also. Have you ever visited
sir.
on any national highway and state highway?
Yes, sir, I have.
So what kind of differences you have noticed?
So number of lanes is a difference. Means state highway have 4 lanes, but national highway should have.
Are you sure about that?
Sir, that I have noticed in the main difference state highway and national highway.
Okay, we are going right. Will you tell me the name of certain districts which are known as an aspirational district from Rajasthan?
Yes, sir. There are 5 districts such as the Karoli is one of them. Second is Dholpur, Sirohi, Bara, and Jaisalmer. There are 5 districts.
What are the aspirational districts?
So there are districts which have lower economic growth, uh, and they are mainly considered backward in certain areas. And the Niti Aayog has started a program of aspirational district program in 2018 to increase their potential and to increase their uh, uh, sector or certain means to create some kind of avenue so that they can have a positive growth in them.
Kapil, can you tell me those schemes, social security schemes, which are basically targeted to the Prime Minister? Means they have in common the Prime Minister of India.
Sir, we have PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, PM Suraksha Bima Yojana, PM Laghu Udyog, Laghu Vyapari Mandhan Yojana. We have PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. These are
What is Prime Minister's Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana? Will you elaborate this now?
sir. In this, the farmers will get 6,000 rupees in 3 installments, and it will be given to those farmers, mainly small and marginal farmers,
6,000 rupees for how many months?
for 1 year
For one.
in 3 installments, 2,000, 2,000, and 2,000.
And
It mainly covers small and marginal farmers. Previously, there was a limit that only the farmers which having less than 2 hectare length will be covered, but now the limit has been removed, and the category has been opened to small and marginal farmers.
what is the difference between a small and marginal farmer?
The difference is between the land holding right, the exact definition I do not remember. Small is around 0.75 hectare and marginal about 2 hectare.
You are civil engineer, so
No,
I
sir.
think
I am mechanical engineer.
Sorry, mechanical engineer. So, what is the difference between the engine of a nano car and the general car?
So I am not aware about technical specification of engine.
Okay. The last question from my side: why we should not select you?
So I think I have all the qualities that should fulfill the criteria for this post. But if you find a better candidate than me, which can fulfill the post with all its commitment and all compassion, then you cannot select me.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.